Okay, here is a problem where you're asked to convert our Hindu Arabic 8010 to a Babylonian numeral. Okay, so what we need to do is start writing. So call this chart for Babylonian numeral. Always starts out with 1. Remember, Babylonian numeral was base 60. And then next one should be 60 squared, which is 3600. Okay, maybe not. That's our starting point. Let's just go one more meaning 3600 times another 60. That should give me a really big number of 216,000. Okay, and hope you realize that this is too big for our given number. Too big meaning we need to figure out which of this can go into 8010. 216,000 is too big. Okay, so our starting point will be 3600. Okay, and remember, when we do this, we do need a what is called remainder row. Okay, we just simply write R usually. Okay, so our task is to figure out the number of times 3600 will go into 8010. And basically what that amounts to is doing this kind of tedious manual division. Okay, hope you remember how to do that. Okay, 3600 will go into 8010 actually twice. Okay, twice, and multiply 3600 times 2. That should give us 7200. Okay, remember we subtract. Okay, and let me pull out a calculator. Alright, so let's just verify first. Go. I see this? Okay. So again, 3600 times 2 is equal to 7200. Okay, and we need to subtract that from 8010. So 8010 minus 7200 give us the difference of 810. Okay, and of course now that will be our remainder. Okay, we write this as 2. That's our so-called quotient. The remainder is 810. Okay, now we need to repeat this process with our next lower base position base value of 60, meaning we need to continue this by doing 60 divided into 810. Okay, how many times does 60 go into 810? Okay, so let's do this. You can use your calculator if you wish. Okay, 60 will go in here 60, 1, 2, and then 0. Okay, and that will be 3. Okay, 180. And that will give me 30. Alright, so what this means is 60 will go into 810 13 times with 30 as a remainder. Okay, we're going to write all this down as 13 and 30. Okay, now we're almost done here. We do have one extra column to fill, but since this is just 1, question of how many times does 1 go into 30 with what remainder, that's pretty obvious. It'll go in 30 times with 0 as our remainder. Okay, so you do need to fill in this chart. This actually is the main body of this work or this problem. Okay, so we're almost done. All we need to do is write 2, 13, and 30 using the Babylonian symbols. Alright, so here we go. 8010 is equal to 2 Babylonian. What's this? 13, give a little space. 13 is comprised of 110 and 3 ones. 30, again, little space, is written as 3 tens. Okay, so this is it. This is our answer. All right. So that's so-called the Babylonian numeral communicating the number of 8010. Okay, and if you remember a little calculator trick that I showed, okay, let me just show that one more time. This whole thing, division, can all be done using a pretty simple calculator trick. Okay, it's not really a trick, it's a little shortcut. Alright, okay, first we just go ahead and do 8010 divided by 3600. 8010 divided by 3600 equals, we're getting 2.225. Okay, this 2, the first 2, the whole number part 2, is actually this quotient 2. Alright, and the decimal, the 0.225, actually represents the remainder of 810. Question is, how do we transform this decimal to 810? Okay, and the little trick is, first remove this quotient of 2, or the whole number part 2, and that can be easily done by simply subtracting minus 2 equals, that should leave us just 0.225. Okay, and here's the important part, that needs to be multiplied by 3600. 3600 equals, and automatically that'll give us our remainder of 810. Okay, and we continue this fashion. Now 810 needs to be divided by 60, so we're just going to continue. 810 divided by 60 equals 13.5. Again, that 13 is your quotient 13, and that should leave you a remainder of 0.5, which is half, and half of 60 is simply just 30. Okay, let's just verify it in the calculator. Remember, write down the 13. Okay, write down the 13 in this box. Minus 13 equals 0.5. Multiply that by 60 and gives you 30. Alright, so this definitely saves time. Okay. Alright, so there you have it.